Dragon Ball Sparking will soon get its first DLC involving all of these superhero characters as we enter the year of 2025. But one thing we have to quickly go over is who will these characters be, what will their skills be, and when is the most expected release date or announcement for the release date of these characters. Hello everyone, it's me again, Steve Doji here, back to more Dragon Ball Sparking 2, and this time on Sparking 2 we'll be talking about the DLC. Now obviously again, it's superhero characters. As much as I want to talk about all the Daima stuff, we don't know all of the Daima characters that are going to be in yet, because keep in mind, we are most likely going to do every fighter from Daima, which would include Goku Mini, Vegeta Mini, Piccolo Mini. We've seen Piccolo Mini fight before. Narehare, which is the Supreme Kai, because Supreme Kai's obviously got something big planned for him, whether it's a new transformation or he's going to fuse with Goku. You know, there's just a bunch of things that come to the Daima show that we are not, like, are Majin Buu and Du going to fuse? Are we going to have to, like, make a fusion for that character as well? Because we don't know. There's just a lot of things with Daima, so I'm not going to talk about Daima DLC for the most part, since Daima is not a finished show. We have no idea how all of that's going to go. But we can talk about Superhero. Superhero been out for ages now. We know Superhero like the back of our minds. So I'm going to talk about the characters first that we can easily expect from the Superhero DLC, and then I'll talk about when we can expect a release date for that. Now, obviously, the game does not have a Gohan Super. We have a Goku Super, a Broly Super, a Vegeta Super, but we don't have a Gohan Super, so Gohan Super base form is going to be the first character, and with him, he's going to bring Super Saiyan 1, 2, Ultimate, and Beast, or maybe they'll just only do Super Saiyan 1, Ultimate, then Beast. I could see them doing that, but they'll most likely just give him all those forms, because why not? Same thing with Piccolo. Piccolo Super is not a character in the game yet, so obviously when the DLC comes out, Piccolo Super will release with the DLC. He'll have Power Awakened, Orange Form, and Giant Orange Form, and he might be the first character who could revert from Giant Form, because Piccolo does do that in the movie. He can go down from the Giant stage, and I would like to see if that's actually possible, or if he'll maybe just permanently be Giant after he transforms, so that way he can, you know, keep the health buff that comes with being Giant, because it'd be weird if you could go down a form and then have less health. That would just be, it'd be kind of funny. Orange Piccolo might actually end up being one of the characters with the highest health in the game, because he's definitely going to be a 4 health bar character, and then when he goes Giant, there's no way he doesn't gain more health, right? So Orange Piccolo, probably highest health in the game, which is absolutely wild. And then he might have a regen skill too. Let's talk about skills real quick. Beast Gohan, obviously, he's going to have like an instant sparking skill and probably a counter skill like Wild Sense to, like, you know, reference the Beast kick he does to Cell Max. That's what I think his skills are going to be. Super attacks are very obvious. So we're going to have a version of Kamehameha because, you know, he's Sun Family. Then he's going to have probably a Strike Super or a Melee Super with, like, the Beast Kick, or something similar to Teen Gohan's melee attacks, right? They could give him any of the unique Dokkan animations as an attack. And then his ultimate is obviously Special Wind Cannon Beast. Same with Piccolo. Piccolo will probably have his ultimate be a Special Wind Cannon or, like, a giant Special Wind Cannon. That'd be sick, right? Who knows what Piccolo's ultimate would be? Other than Piccolo, Cell Max. Cell Max is very obviously another character that's coming. I have no idea what his skills are going to be, but his super should be pretty obvious. He'll definitely have an explosive wave where he shoots the lasers up every part of his body as like his version of an explosive wave super. He's a giant, so obviously he'll have a long-range projectile super like a mouth blast or a beam or something. And then his ultimate is obviously the roaring screaming blast cannon. I don't even remember what that attack is, but it's one of the coolest looking Death Balls, like, period, in Dragon Ball. So I can't wait to see how it looks in Sparking. So even in Xenoverse 2, it looks really awesome. So can't wait to see how Cell Max's final move looks. And speaking of Cell Max, Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 obviously going to come with him. Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, I want to say that they'd probably be 8 DP, but then I don't think you could have them together, like, on one team. But they should be a really high cost because they are strong. They'll probably both be 7, right? I could see them maybe both being like a 7 cost DP character. By the way, Beast Gohan's obviously 10. Cell Max is probably 9 or 10. Orange Piccolo Giant Form is probably a 9. That's the way I see their DP costs being. But yeah, Gamma 1 and 2, they'll probably be like DP cost 7, so you can put them both on. Who knows if that'll actually be worth it. Maybe Magenta will come to the game and be the second DP cost 1 character, since Magenta is pretty pathetic. I could actually see that. We only have Hercule as a DP 1 cost character. They could add Magenta to the game and he'd be the second DP 1 character, and then you could throw him on with Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, and I think that'd be pretty sick. That's what I think about that team up, at least. I can expect new costumes as well. I really wish more costumes would be in the game in general. Like, I don't know when they're going to hurry up with those updates to add extra outfits or extra accessory and customization options. But, yeah, we'll definitely get Superhero Krillin, Superhero 18. Maybe I can actually see them doing, like, older versions of Goten and Trunks. I don't know what their moves would be, and they wouldn't have a Super Saiyan form unless if they just do what-ifs and just give them Super Saiyan forms. But I don't also see them doing a Superhero Gotenks either. They'll probably just limit it to characters, you know, who are more mainstay. Maybe if they do Superhero Gotenks, that'd be funny, but he'd probably be like, since he's a fail fusion, He'd probably be like a DP2 or DP3 character, maybe a DP4 character since he is still a fusion. He'd probably have 4 health plus as a DP3 or 4 character, which I think would be funny. So maybe like Fail Fusion Gotenks, Fat Gotenks will be in the game, and maybe the 2 older versions of Goten and Trunks will be in the game so they can fuse into him, but I heavily doubt that. I feel like if they do any of the 3, it would just be the Fail Fusion. And obviously for characters like Krillin and 18, they're just going to be costumes since their movesets will probably not change at all. There's no new moves for them. Superhero Pan as well, though. Superhero Pan is completely like up for grabs as a character. That's a very easy option to like add as well. Now, a very obvious, predictable release schedule, I would say, is probably after the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero tournament has ended, the one that takes place in January. That's going to be happening at Dragon Ball Battle Hour, and Battle Hour already is full of reveals for Dragon Ball media and games and stuff in general, even like toys and stuff, right? So I'm very sure we'll just get it straight after the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero tournament's done. We'll get a trailer that will announce that, because again, when does Sparking Zero Battle Hour happen? Like January 19th? That's the date of it, so I'm very sure they would announce the DLC coming soon. And since the 19th is pretty late into January, they'll probably have a really chill February release date, or maybe an end of the month January release date. I hope they don't release it in February because Monster Hunter, but Dragon Ball loves releasing stuff at the same time as Monster Hunter. I don't know why they just like doing that. So most likely February, since again, it's probably going to be a big DLC pack. It's going to have a new map for the Red Ribbon Army base at the very least. Maybe even a destructible version of the base where, you know, the version where they fight Cell Max rather than the version where they fight Gamma 1 and 2. So I could completely see them adding a new map. New OSTs as well, keep in mind. There's just a lot that would... Again, Sparking Zero is not like Xenoverse. A lot goes into a single Sparking Zero DLC. So I could see it being a February release rather than an end of January release for the release date for that. But it'll definitely happen after the Battle Hour Showcase. And there's no chance it doesn't, because that would be really weird if they didn't do that. So, yeah, after the Battle Hour tournament is over and we finally find out who the single best Dragon Ball Sparking Zero player is on the planet, they'll casually probably reveal the DLC after they, you know, do the closing ceremony. They'll be like, there's one more surprise to show you, kind of like the Game Awards. So yeah, I can see it happening then. Oh man, I actually can't wait for that. I don't know how much it'll actually change the game per se, but I do assume with that DLC there will be updates, you know, new content, balancing patches, a bunch of other stuff that usually always comes with, you know, with DLC launches, you know. It's not going to just be new characters. They'll probably change the game a bit too. Who knows? They'll probably address certain like character bugs or exploits, and because new things keep popping up. I'm glad that they actually do patch things when they show up, though, because soon we're going to get a version of Dragon Ball Sparking that doesn't have any of these annoying bugs or anything, and that's just peak. I can't wait for the final version of Sparking Zero, where the gameplay is really clean and it's just really chill and it's really nice and there's no nonsense. But yeah, I've talked enough. I just wanted to get my thoughts and feelings out on the DLC, since I don't actually like make speculation or discussion videos. Again, I'm not going to make one on Daima until the show is actually like over, because like, for those of you guys who've been watching Daima, Vegeta has a new form, and like very obviously that form is going to be in like Dragon Ball Daima's DLC. But is that going to be Daima DLC 1 or DLC 2? I imagine it would be in DLC 1. DLC 1 might cover the first 12 episodes of Daima as an anime, and then Season 2 could cover the later 12 episodes. I'm just assuming Daima's a 24-episode anime for no reason. It could end up being like a 50-episode anime. I have no idea. But yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Daima's not over, so I have no idea. I have no idea what they would put in the 2 DLC packs for Daima that have been announced right now. They've already said we'd get Vegeta Mini and Glorio and all that stuff, right? But surely with Vegeta Mini, they would also add Vegeta's new form and Goku's forms as well, which would be Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3 at the time of Daima, right? So, yeah, there's just so much that goes into it. There's no real easy way to talk about Daima DLC without it being complete speculation. That's especially when the series isn't over yet. So, I'm gonna call it there. That's a great place to end the video. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, then obviously again, please leave a like on the video and don't forget to subscribe. It greatly supports the channel, and leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next, fellas. I love you all. I hope you'll enjoy it, and I will see you all next time. Take care and peace.